Hello everyone, welcome to the second episode on the video series of SAP API Management. I'm Sandesh. I'm an SAP consultant at Amista. If you haven't checked the very first episode, I recommend that you go watch the first episode. A very quick recap of what we have discussed in the earlier episode. In the first episode, I have discussed what is an API in general and how SAP API Management can help enterprises to create their own digital assets. And then I have also discussed what are the features and functions that SAP offers as part of the API management. In this second episode, I'm going to make a quick demo on how SAP API management actually works. So let us go through an overview of this demo that I'm going to show you in the next few minutes. The very first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to log in into API portal of SAP API management as an API administrator or as an API developer, and then I'm going to create a API. So when I mean creating an API, I would be creating an API proxy. So this proxy actually points to a backend system. In this case, in this demo, I'll be using an S/4HANA system as the backend system, which will provide the real API, and then I'm going to build this API proxy on top of this backend system's API. And then I'm going to apply security policies on top of this API proxy to make it more secure. And then finally, I'm going to bundle this API into a product. After we have finished this first step, the second step is I'm going to log in into the developer portal as an external application developer. And then I'm going to discover this product that the API administrator has created in the first step. And then I'm going to register to this product so that I get an API key with which I can access this API. And finally, I'm also going to show how we can test this API from the developer portal. So let's do it. A quick heads up, if you would like to follow this demo along with me, I really recommend that you spend 10 to 15 minutes to set up your trial account on SAP Cloud Platform Integration Suite so that it will be easy for you to follow along with me. So this is the landing page of Cloud Platform Integration Suite, and here I need to click on this API management capability, which will open SAP API Management portal. Right. So the very first thing that I have to do is I need to create an API provider. So what is an API provider? API provider is the system which actually provides the APIs. So it's the backend system. So we need to configure this backend system over here. So as I said before, I'll be using an S/4HANA system as my backend system. So first, let us look at what are the different APIs that are available as part of S/4HANA. So for that, SAP offers a wonderful portal called api.sap.com, where you get a catalog of all the APIs that are available as part of S/4HANA. So this is the SAP API Business Hub, where you can basically find all different APIs that are part of different products of SAP. So we are looking for S/4HANA products, so I'll be clicking over here, SAP S/4HANA. I'm going to click on this. So as you see, there are around 290 APIs that are available in this catalog. So I would like to test connecting to the business partner API of S/4HANA. So let us search for it. So this is the API I'm actually looking to consume. So let us click on this. All right. So this gives me a documentation of this API business partner. So you can already see what are the different entities that are available as part of this API. So the one that I would like to test is I would like to get just the header information of a business partner. So I'm going to search for that, so it would be this business partner over here. Yeah, so I'm interested in this method, so I will be using a get method to get the data of my business partners. So let us click on the details tab over here. So the details tab would give you what is the endpoint URL we need to use to call this API, and what are the different authentication methods it supports, and what is the technical business object that is running behind this API. So I'm going to use this URL to connect to this API. So let us copy this. All right, so if you look at this API, so I need to basically fill this host and port over here. I'm going to use the S4HANA systems host and port. So this is the host and port of the Amista's S4HANA system. So I'm going to use this URL to create the API provider in API portal. So let us create the API provider. Let us give a name over here. Let us call it S4HANA. Go to connection. This S4HANA system is actually running on one of the data centers of Amazon Web Services, so I can access it directly using internet. But in case your S4HANA system is running on-premise in a secure network, then you need to select on-premise type, and then also you need to use SAP Cloud Connector so that you allow traffic from internet towards your internal network. But in this case, I'm going to use internet. So I'm going to use, this is the host s4hana.amista.be, and the port is 44300. It's an HTTPS connection, so I'm going to use an SSL flag over here. Go to catalog service settings over here and select the basic authentication, the authentication type as basic. I'm going to use the basic authentication credentials over here. All right, save it. So let us test the connection if API management is able to connect to this system. The system is up and reachable, so that's a successful connection. So the next step is I have to create an API proxy. So I need to create an API proxy on top of my real API that is delivered by S4HANA system. So let's do that. So select the API provider from which you would like to consume the data. So it's S4HANA. So this URL would be the relative path. So what I mean by relative path is, so the one that is proceeding this port number is the URL. So I'm going to use this as the URL over here. Let us give a name. Business Partners API. This is the API base path. You can give your own name to it. So let us give something like this: version 1 slash webinar slash business partner. The service type is of course OData. It's an OData API, and let us leave the switch as yes and click on create. Alright, so it has created an API proxy. So let us save it. And the next step that you need to do is you need to deploy it. Alright, it's deployed. The next step is I'm going to apply a security policy on top of this API proxy. I want to make it even more secure. Although you have basic authentication to access your backend system, I would also like to add an extra layer of security by using an API key as a verification. So for that, click on policies over here. Upon clicking the policies, it opens a kind of a policy editor where you can uh, add different policies. So you have four types of policies that are provided by API management. The first one is security policies, and the second is traffic management policies, and the third is mediation policies, and the fourth is extension policies. Using extension policies, you can write your custom code using JavaScript or Python to achieve some complex requirements. In this demo, I'm going to use a security policy called verify API key. So for that, I need to click on the proxy endpoint over here, and then I'm going to click on the preflow, and then I'm going to click on edit over here, and then click on the plus icon besides verify API key. Let us give a name to it. API key. Select the stream as incoming request and click on add. In SAP API Management, policies is all about configuring your XML documents. So there is an XML template that is already generated, so you need to play around with it, fine tune it, tweak it, so that you can use these policies effectively. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so this has already given me a template of the API key policy. So I'm going to replace this API key reference with the real variable. Request.header.api key. So request.header is a standard system variable which is already available as part of API management, and this is a custom variable name, so you can give your own name. I have given API key. So when I call this API finally, when I test this API, I need to pass my API key using this variable API key. I will show you very soon. Click on update, and click on save. Okay, so your API proxy is created. If you click on this resources tab over here, you can already see the different entities that are part of this API that we have created. So all the resources that you see over here are exactly the same that we have already seen in the API Business Hub. So in the API Business Hub, when I go to the API references, it's the same resources and entities that you already see over here. Let us go back, and finally what I'm going to do is I'm going to bundle this API proxy into a product. For that, click on the product over here and click on create. Let us give it a name. Business Partners Product. Go to the APIs tab over here, click on add. You will find your API proxy that we have created earlier, so let us click on that and click OK, and then publish it. Alright, so the product is published successfully. What that means is this API product can be searched by any external developer in the developer portal, and he can successfully subscribe to this product and start using the API. So now the first step is done. So in the first step, I have logged in as an API developer into this API portal. I have created API provider, I have created API proxy, and I have created an API product and published it. So now let's start the second step. The second step is I'm going to log in as an external application developer who would like to use this API. So how are we going to do this? So we have something called developer portal. So let me open that. So this is the developer portal, but I have logged in as an administrator because I have admin access to this developer portal. But I would like to log in as an external application developer, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in into this developer portal from an incognito session. So I have email ID. I'm going to log in using this email ID. Okay. Okay, so I'm successfully logged in into the developer portal, but I do not really have access to it, so I need to register to it. So let us click on the register button over here. I need to give a reason why I need to access this developer portal. So let us type something. And select the country over here and click on OK. Alright, so the registration is completed, but this has to be approved by the administrator. So let me go back to the developer portal where I logged in as an administrator and click on manage over here. Go to the pending requests over here. So you can find that Amista webinar has requested for access to this developer portal. Let's approve this. Yes, the request is accepted. So under the registered users, you can find Amista webinar here. So let us switch back to the developer portal's persona of an external developer. So let's refresh this page. You're already registered, so let us log in again. So let us log out and log in. There you go. So I have logged in into the developer portal successfully. I can already find this product that we have created in the first step in my home screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to register to this product. For that, I will go to the workspace over here, my workspace, and then I need to create an application. I need to create an API application using this product. So let us click on the plus icon over here. Let us give it a name. So I'm an iOS developer, so I want this API so that I can use it to build my iOS application. So let's give an application name over here called iOS application, and I need to select the product. Click on plus icon over here, select the business partners product over here, click on OK, click on save, click on this application. So you can see an application key that is generated over here. So we need to use this API key when we access the API. So the next step is how are we going to test this API using this API key. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first copy this API key. Okay, let us keep it in our notepad. Okay, to test the APIs, you can click on the test console over here. On the left, you can already see this business partners API available. Select this, and you need to select a resource to which you would like to connect to. So there are plenty of resources as part of this API, but the one that we are interested in is getting the header details of a business partner. So I'm going to use an API endpoint called a underscore business partner, which ends with a underscore business partner. Okay, I'm going to do a get operation because I would like to read data from my backend system. So let us select the get over here. I need to add a basic authentication. So this basic authentication is performed against my backend system, against the S4HANA system. And then ideally I need to add an API key as part of my headers. But right now I'm not going to do it because I would like to show you what kind of response this API proxy will show you if you don't send an API key. So let us do that. So I'm going to click on send over here. You can see the response over here. So it says failed to resolve API key variable request.header.api key. Of course, because we haven't passed the API key. So let us pass the API key now. The name is API key and the value is the one that we have copied from the API application that we have created in the earlier step. So I have given the API key, I have given basic authentication, I'm doing a get operation on my resource called a underscore business partner. So let's do a send now. It's gonna take a while to get the data from my backend system. So let's see. There you go. So I have got my data from a backend system. So by default, this is the response I have received is in XML format. We can also get this in a JSON format by adding a query parameter called $format equal to JSON. And let's click on send. There you go. So we have received the response in JSON format. So let's switch back to the presentation slide of the overview that we have seen earlier. So to just give you a recap of what we have seen in the demo, in the first step I have created an API and then applied a security policy to verify API key, and then I have bundled this API into a product, and next I have logged in as an iOS developer. I have found this product and then I have registered to this product. I have received an API key. Using this API key I was able to successfully access my API. So thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope I made some good demo about how SAP API Management works. If you have any questions, please shoot out an email to me or you can reach out to our website. Thank you so much.